We're at Maker Faire Bay Area 2012, and we are here with my son Matt. Yes, he is a duct tape robot today, and we're so inspired by our duct tape robot that we're making an iPad cover, and we're going to show you how to do it. My son Matt is joining me for the very first time on When Creativity Knocks. Hi, Matt.
Hi.
We thought, who better to have some duct tape than a guy? So now, the pattern for the iPad cover is going to be included on our website. You're going to lay it out, and this, Matt, is my secret weapon.
Are we going to bake cookies?
No baking cookies. I'm sorry, love baking cookies. No, we're actually going to bake some duct tape right onto this. So you're going to take your pattern and you're going to trace your pattern out onto the parchment paper.
Okay.
Okay. Once that's done, and I'm going to have you be my little assistant, I'm going to hand this over to you. Then you're going to, I'm going to show you what it looks like. Once you've rolled it, you've done it. So here's the outline. Can you see that at home okay? Got the outline. So I turned it over. And I started putting my duct tape, running strips of duct tape across.
Okay.
This is a duct tape sheet. So this is one whole sheet of duct tape right here. I put that on the back side, and I just kept making my design. So really, you can do whatever design you want for your iPad cover.
Okay.
Okay. So this is all one piece. Matt did a great job cutting this out. And the next step, what we need to do is we don't want the iPad to get scratched. So we're going to use a recycled t-shirt. Select it from your closet. Oops, sorry.
Cool. I wasn't going to wear that anyways.
You're going to lay the pattern out, and you're going to fold the flap over. You're only going to cut this size out.
Okay.
Okay, so voila, here we have a piece already cut out.
That was really fast.
I know, I'm fast. So the next thing we're going to do, now this can be a little tricky. So now I'm going to need your assistance. You're going to peel that up, and as he starts... Not all the way. That's just a little bit at a time. And we're going to start. Hold this t-shirt for me. So it does actually help. I'm going to put the t-shirt, because we don't want the iPad to get scratched. So we're going to lay this down. And when you come back, we're going to show you the next step. Great teamwork, son. So we got the t-shirt piece down. And I didn't mention before, but I do like to use the edge, the bottom edge of your t-shirt, because it gives a nice clean finish up here at the top. But now we're going to duct tape the flap, because I don't want the t-shirt over the flap. So I'm going to start with a piece here. I'm going to get you started, and then you follow right along. I'm going to lay this down right over the top. And then you're just going to overlap the duct tape. Oh, look at, yeah, you had the squares lined up well. Looks good. So Matt's going to keep doing that. And then I'm just going to lay a little bit of parchment paper underneath to trim off around the edges. And then we're going to show you the next step. Okay, great job, Matt. And you can see that we did the duct tape on both sides. Now it's time to put it together. Super easy. So this is actually going to fold up right to here.
Okay.
But just to kind of show you that's where it's going to fold. But before we do that, what we're going to do is I like to put a little, I'm using silver as my outline tape. And you're just going to place a little bit of tape here. And turn it over. So we're locking in the iPad. So when you put it in, you aren't having just raw duct tape sticking there. Now, we're going to go back to the folding like this, and you're going to go ahead and cut strips of duct tape just like, I mean, we're just literally tearing off pieces like this. So you can rip it, and then you're going to put a piece here, and then you're going to put duct tape around the edge. And let me just pull out the one we've already got finished for you. So this is what it looks like when you have all your duct tape on. Now let me flip it over so you see the back.
Cool.
And you can see, let me just a little bit, now you've got the t-shirt all inside. So it won't scratch your iPad. And the next thing is, you're probably wondering why you have this big black slate. Well, I've got something in mind for you. Now, as you saw a little bit earlier, our peep board with our duct tape robot, this is actually where the original artwork came from, as I designed this robot for the iPad cover. And so what you're going to do is you're going to cut all the pieces out, and you're going to do it on duct tape does have these sheets like we talked about a little bit earlier. So if you have these accessible, you want to use these because they have a great slick surface on the back, and you can cut. And what's great too, there's grid. So you can see I outlined all my pieces out onto that. They didn't have the checkerboard in the sheet, so I just did it onto the parchment paper. And here again, here's the rest of the little pieces. So we're going to cut all the little pieces, and Matt and I are going to start the robot and show you how to finish it up. We've been assembling. Matt and I have had a lot of fun putting our robot together. We're just going to show you a couple of last pieces. We're going to put this little piece on. And the great part is with the duct tape sheet is you could actually fold the paper backing, and then you're just going to peel a little bit off and put it on. Oh, no robot's complete without its heart. No comments then.
No. Robots don't know how to love.
Oh, these do are at Maker Faire. So now we have our whole little robot done, and I'm going to show you how to lock this off in the front. So here's our back one more time. And now I'm going to show you how to make a little latch, and we're going to be ready to put our iPad and be on the road. Now, I love to do really easy things to lock, and what I've been using is hair rubber bands. Mm-hmm. You know, you always find these on the floor in your sister's rooms, right? Yeah. And so I put an eyelet. You could use any kind of eyelet machine or whatever. There's a lot of different ones on the market. I set the eyelet in on the flap, and Matt's going to go ahead, and I strung the hair rubber band, just a little loop it through. And then when you're done with that, you're going to take a button, and you're going to see pretty much where you want that to close. You really are going to sew the button right on to the iPad, right? Because you have fabric underneath. You're going to sew the button on. Sometimes I like to cut another little piece of duct tape to go over the top, and your iPad cover is ready to go. So cool. Let's slip me that iPad, and let's put it in here. And
fits like a glove.
It fits like a glove. And so I really hope you like this project today. Matt, thank you so much for being my guest. It was a pleasure at last to have you. And what we say, when creativity knocks, open the door.